All right, guys, I've been up late nights working on an improvement for you. So we are about to release the BusyWorks Beats AI Mastering 4. This thing is different. There's a reason I'm changing the number from 3 to 4. It's a sonic difference, and I'm going to let you guys hear it. We're going to use it on a lot of tracks today. I won't overly talk in this video. We're just going to show you guys what it is. Real quick, what it is basically it's a tool that can either auto master for you with the AI mastering tool. It could clean up your audio now with the audio clean tool. And basically it just makes stuff loud and it gives it a human dimension. Okay, and it makes it nice and wide, like analog gear, which is the thing we're all striving for, is that analog, authentic, big sound. And some people said that the side effect of this is, and we tested this, basically we took AI music, we ran it through this, and the AI detectors couldn't even detect it. That was never the intent of the plugin. The intent of the initial plugin was to clean up the sibilance and the harshness in AI music, and then turned into a whole mastering plugin. So this is a lot of my thought processes all boiled into one simple interface. So let's start off with this Clam Casino style vibe. Now the key here, we're going to use a lot of headroom here, so we don't over process. If you don't know what that means, no worries. Just hit the AI mastering button. You want to find the loudest part of your song, which is going to be right around here. Let me turn it up a little bit. This is probably the loudest it gets. Let's hit AI master, and it will figure out the target for you guys. That's probably a little overly loud. Okay, so we're just gonna pull it back a little bit. Here's before. Now this is, not gain matched perfectly or at all. I'm just showing you guys what we can turn into. Here's after. All right, now let's use the new knob here. So it used to have 3 knobs: clean, bass, loud. Now it has a new knob called wide. So this is basically a very transparent, I'll say, very subtle width, but it just opens up the track. Okay, it's not like this overly aggressive thing that messes up your entire track. Now if you guys are crazy, you could turn up the bass. On this track we don't need more bass, but if you guys want to really drive the bass, this does more than just an EQ boost like we used to. It does way more now. Okay, so if we push, now this track didn't need it. I'm just showing you guys what it sounds like. Okay, now if you go to the limiter section, you'll get, for more advanced people, you guys don't need to know all this. If you guys don't know anything about mixing or mastering, you don't need to know anything about any of these tabs. This is for more advanced people who just want to dig deeper. We've added a third limiter here. So we have a transient limiter, we have a second limiter, which you could change the styles, and then we have a third limiter where we can change the style as well. So now we are changing the way we feel the song, basically. Under the master area, this is where I'd recommend you guys try to experiment with your specific song. Go to where it says analog. So if you guys know, analog is what makes something sound real, I'll say. So we created a deeper understanding of what makes something sound real. Okay, so even if you didn't touch any button on this entire plugin, if you just turn the analog button on, it will sound more realistic, okay, in terms of the music we're used to. Now if we go to master, we're going to switch this to transformer. This is my favorite setting, and just turn up the drive. So it just adds that middle tallness and density, I'll say, to just finalize that middle to where it's standing there and it's sturdy. Let's pull back the limiter. Here's before. We've also changed the compressor, so it's a little more subtle. So if you guys turn this up, it won't be as aggressive as it was before. Now we can get dynamic without it being too pumpy like it was in some cases before. All right, so I'm just showing you guys, you know, it really got better. Like, and what we'll do in different videos is show you guys version 3 versus version 4. We're going to compare it to top mastering plugins as well, just so you guys can see like my thought process behind this is, in my opinion, better than top. But we're going to test it so you guys can judge for yourself. Here's another beat here. Let's hit the AI master button. Now you want to do this on the area where it's the loudest. Just pull it back a little bit. Let's widen it out. Here's before. Here's after. It's like the track just becomes an entire thing. Let me skip ahead where the drums are. All right, so here's before. Here's after. Let's go to the master area and let's switch it to a transformer. I'll say a tape is more bubbly, whereas a transformer is more like dense, I'll say, if I had to use words for that. And again, for people who don't know anything about mastering or mixing, you don't even need to know anything about this plugin. There's 4 knobs. And I made it even easier where you press one button and it does stuff for you. So there's no need to know what I'm even talking about, literally. That's how good the plugin should be. That lets you know that I really thought through every scenario. Okay, so if you hit init, that will restart everything. And this track, let me see here. All right, so let's hit AI master. Now I may overshoot because we're of the volume. This Drake beat, so here's before. And again, it's not level matched. We don't have time for all that. Let's turn up the width. See how it just opens up. Here's before. It's like you're in the song. All right, now let's go to this older record we did. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. So this is a different genre. So I know a lot of people think this only works for bass heavy stuff, but this works for any genre. All right, so let's hit AI master. That's just how it happens. So I'm going to get down. It's going around and it's all been going down. They've been fucking around. And now we're going to have to compress on this. So these are optional things. I didn't want to set things for you guys because not every song needs a compressor all the time. After, but I'ma get down. Nothing the way it came from. That's just how it happened. So I'ma get down. It's going around and it's all been going down. They've been fucking around. It's been going down. Here's before. After, but I'ma get down. Nothing the way it came from. That's just how it happened. So I'ma get down. It's going around and it's all been going down. They've been fucking around. It's been going down. Here's before. After, but I'ma get down. Nothing the way it came from. So let's say your track has just too much energy that you can't figure out where it's building up that harshness. You could just turn up the clean knob. This was originally built for cleaning up AI music because AI music was known for the like harshness of it. So you can use it on human music too. The name BusyWorks Beats AI Mastering came from the fact that initially this plugin was built to master AI samples, but now it turned into a whole different thing.
Born after, but I'ma get down. Nothing other way to get from. That's just how it happened, so I'ma get down. Ain't looking around, and it's all principal sound. They ain't going down. They ain't been fucking around. This ain't going down.
Alright, so here's before.
Born after, but I'ma get down. Nothing other way to get from. That's just how it happened, so I'ma get down. Ain't looking around, and it's all principal sound. They ain't going down. They ain't been fucking around.
You can also switch out the compressor type.
They ain't going down.
Here's before.
After, but I'ma get down. Nothing other way
After.
to get from. That's just how it happened, so I'ma get down.
Alright, now on this next beat, what we're going to do is turn it up going into the plugin just to show you guys what it sounds like with just one button turned on called the analog button. So this is an Ian type beat. Let's crank up the input so you guys can hear it. So this is an approach where we're not overly processing the sound here. We're just going to turn on a couple buttons. And that button is the analog button. And I want you guys to listen to the feel of the track. So here's before. What we're going to do on this one actually is not use the input in here. This way we can actually be a little bit better. Again, we're not trying to level match everything, especially when a limiter comes into play. Level matching is pointless. It's gonna be two different things. All right, so we're pushing, where are we at here? Let's just push it as loud as I would push the beat by itself. And we're gonna put this on top. All right, so here is, so all we're doing is clicking this one button called analog. So like I said, there's many ways to use this plugin. It's not like one way only. So here's before. Here's after. This gives you that density. So here's before. Here's after. Let's use everything. Let's use everything except the loudness. Let's widen it out. Let's go to the master. Let's mess with the transformer. Is that a little compression here? We've added a new excitement area where you guys can experiment with different algorithms for the middle and the side. So this is, I wouldn't do it on this track because we already have a lot going on, but I'll just show you guys what it would sound like. You guys can turn it on and off to see if you like the tonality shift that it adds. Alright, so this works on beats, it works on songs, it works on AI music, it works on human music. I'm just showing you guys all the use cases so that you can see. And in different videos, we're going to compare this to other software as well, so you guys can really understand how much it sounds different. Alright, so here's a, I think it's a Snoop record, Snoop type beat. Now let's mess with the width. Now actually, let me show you guys. Just click AI Master, it's that simple. You want to find the loudest part of your song. because I'm going in so quiet, it's overshooting a little bit, so we're gonna pull it back. But I need the headroom just to show you guys all these features. Turn up the width. Now notice the new effects aren't super like, when you change something, it's not like super changey to where it like throws off everything. So I've tried to make it to where it's subtle, but it does make a difference. Let's even turn up the bass, even though the bass is already rocking. So see how the bass doesn't like over flood, even though we're cranking it all the way up. Here's before. Again, not level matched, because we're using limiters. Let's turn up the compressor. See how all these little details start stacking up into a really dope. And you can apply the transformer to the middle or the sides. So let's do it just on the middle for this track. You could push a lot of drive, like a lot of signal. Here's before. Not even at 50% loudness, and we're getting a nice loud track. Now on beats, I wouldn't slam these without a vocal. I'm just showing you guys we're not even at 50%. You can also use some of these other areas to clean up the record. If it's too heavy, just turn up the clarity, for example. So we could be on that track all day long. But yeah, I made sure to choose, we have almost too many tracks for this video. So what I'm going to do is jump to an AI sample just to show you guys what this sounds like with AI. We have other tracks. We can come back to those though. We have Boom Bap, King Carson. We have Metro Boomin style stuff, Playboi Carti. Let's use the Playboi Carti one. Just to show you guys, this works on all different styles. All right, here's before. Let's just hit the AI master. And because it's low, because we needed headroom, it might overshoot a little bit.
Money stacking all up to the roof. Quarterback and blaze up in the booth. Time to tell around this dude.
Let's widen this out.
Feeling like a nigga gon' recoup. Hop up out the years in this blue. Lamborghini drop the top.
Let's mess with this transformer.
Ride with your team. Killers on the side like they Kareem. Dunking on the nigga with the cream.
We also have a harmonic. Basically, it adds a triode. Okay, so if we turn the density down, this will affect the entire track. And you'll hit that Ripley sound.
Riding with the squad coming through. Bitch, I'm stacking up a lot of loot. Money stacking all up to the roof. Quarterback and blaze up in the booth.
If you want to make it a little less evident, you can turn density up.
Riding with the squad coming through. Bitch, I'm stacking up a lot of loot.
It's a little hidden texture people don't really realize is there.
Riding with the squad coming through.
It's that little upward compression.
Stacking up a lot of loot. Money stacking all up to the roof. Quarterback and blaze up in the booth. Time to tell around this dude. Feeling like
Here's before.
hop up out the years in this blue.
really want to add feeling and texture to your track and loudness, this is where I was headed for this plugin. Let me look for an AI sample. Here's one. So this is New Jack Swing from Suno V5. This is not 5.5. So version 5 had a little more noise than version 5.5. So we're going to go to init to reset everything. Here's before. Let's hit the auto clean so that we get rid of some of the noise. And then let's hit AI master once we get to the loud part of the song. All right, so now let's turn it on. Widen this out. Here's before. It's got a little tape vibe to it to add the 80s vibe. Bass. Here's before. Really makes this sample just come alive. Telling you guys, I really was focused on version 4. Let me see. So here's another track. This is not AI generated. This is just, funny enough, I think this is a mastered track. So we're going to master an already mastered track to show you guys it can sound even better. And what we're going to do, to be fair here with the master, is turn it back up so that we're not just hearing the difference in the volume. The only thing is we need a little headroom, but it's hard to tell where the peak is.
As a baby, I'm a little kind of baby.
So here's the before.
After all these years, it's time to let you know. See, I learned some things, oh baby. Finally spread my wings to save me.
So I turned it down.
Yes, I lost myself, that's why I had to go.
Let's widen this up.
And the light came, my baby, right after I forgave me. And I prayed so hard, I thought I'd lose my mind.
So here's before.
I'm a little stronger, baby. Took a little longer, maybe. Tell my younger self to enjoy the ride. Do you know I'm due?
So if the AI tamer comes on, I'm probably going to change this when you guys get it. But if this is on for a human song, I recommend you guys just turn it off for the most part.
As a baby,
But I doubt it's going to be delivered that way.
as a baby, I'm a little kind of baby.
Here's before.
After all these years, it's time to let you know.
Let me see if I can find like a musical area. All right, so I found a little part of the song that has like an instrumental breakdown. So let's do a before and after. Here's before. Again, it's already a master track, so we're just trying to see if we can push it that extra little bit. Here's before. Here's after, with the analog on. Oh, also I forgot to turn down the input. That's my bad, y'all. So here's before. Here's after. Should be subtle, shouldn't be dramatic. Let's mess with that bass. You guys can feel that bass now, like it's coming out the speaker. So here's before. Here's after. Now let's mess with the loudness, just to see what this sounds like with it. Here's before. Here's after. Here's before. Even by turning off the width, you guys can feel that, like, as soon as I turn this on, it's like the bass just comes out of the speaker. All right, here's before. Here's after. Before. After. Now let's mess with the width. This does mess with the sonics, so you got to be careful. It messes with the stereo field and the correlation, so you got to be careful depending on how wide the original thing is, because it's already kind of panned to the left. So this pans it further left. You guys can always adjust the width here. So the wide knob does more than just turn the width knob up. So here's before. Here's after. Let's add a little compression. Now again, we're only working with 4 dB of headroom, so it's a very small amount of area to even do stuff. We can remove limiters. If you guys go to the limiter tab, you can remove different limiters, like the transient limiter, the third limiter. So just depending on what you guys' goal is. For this track, I don't think we need to remove any. Here's before. Here's after. Let's mess with the transformer. Let's only do it in the mid. So here's before. Here's after. So let's let the song play a little bit. Here's before. After adds that dimension to it. Here's before. Here's after. It's almost like it opens up a door to a room. So just listen to. Here's before. Listen to that harmony. Here's after. You see how just like it's like the song goes like this. If I had to explain it, it's like it goes from here to here. So just listen for that subtle detail. know, like puts it in a place. It's some magic stuff happening.
Oh, do you know I'm doing better? Oh, do you know I'm doing better? Oh, do you know I'm doing better?
All right, so you can dial this in a little bit more precisely, but that was an already mastered song. All right, so let's go to another AI track. That was a real track, but let's see if we can find, I think those were all the AI tracks. Let's try this Dr. Dre type track. All right, we're gonna reset this, hit init to reset, and just hit AI master, and it will listen to the song and automatically adjust the target. Now, there's a lot of things about beats and songs. So most of the time, they're already too wide. So here, we're gonna be gentle with the side image. Turn up this bass. Here's before. Here's after. Let's widen it. Switch to go to the master mode, switch to the transformer. Let's target just the middle. Set a little compression in here. Now the compressor is on parallel by default, so you guys don't have to worry about like over going into the compressor. I made it to where it's very, it's just the less aggressive. So again, here's before. And we didn't even touch any modes down here. There's so many things you guys can do with this tool. Alright, so what else can we get into? So let me see how long this video is. It's 30 minutes. I feel like that's a lot. Okay, so it's a lot to take in. We're going to end this video here, but in the future I do plan to do, compare our plugin with other top plugins and go through all these other genres here. So if you guys have requests below on what to actually process, let me know in the comments below. It's Game from BusyWorksBeats.com. BusyWorks Beats AI Mastering 4 will be out by this weekend. Today's Friday, so hopefully by tonight. And anybody who has the older versions will send out the updates over email. So check you guys' email. Subscribe if you're new. Peace out, guys.